Another first alert weather day on this Wednesday.
Yeah, so while the heavy rain that was happening statewide has come to an end, we are still tracking downpours in a more isolated nature and an ongoing threat for perhaps some poor drainage or even flash flooding over the next several hours. So look at some of the totals so far today. Bradley Airport Windsor locks at over 4 inches, nearly 4 inches from Canaan, Litchfield 2.5, just shy of that from Woodbury, Roger and Wethersfield just shy of 2 inches of rain, but likely adding to that. Also something we're monitoring very closely here, the gauges on our local rivers. So primarily along the Housatonic River, expecting the levels to reach near or just above flood stage. That's the case at Falls Village. Flood stage is 7 feet, forecast to crest at just over 7, and right at 8 feet, right at flood stage at Gaillardsville. So action stage for Stevenson Dam. So something to be mindful of course, and we're tracking developing downpours right now in an area where we would prefer not to see additional heavy rain, because this is where we just had the flash flood warning in effect that was canceled nearly an hour ahead of schedule. More downpours here developing Hartford, Glastonbury, down through, say, New Britain, Berlin, Cromwell, down 91 into Meriden, into Wallingford. So additional heavy rain in an area where the ground is very saturated could quickly renew that threat for additional flooding or flash flooding. So statewide perspective, more of a scattered shower ongoing across eastern Connecticut up and down the 395 corridor. And then we continue to monitor closely as well a thunderstorm that's been moving out of eastern New York toward western Connecticut, and on its current path, you can see the forecast arrival times here. New Milford around 5:26, 5:31 for Bridgewater. So still a bit of an active evening. Currently from Hartford, you can see more clouds and sunshine, a little bit more in the way as the breaks of clouds looking live from New Haven. Temperatures here within the last hour, Bradley Airport jumping 5 degrees, given a little bit in the way of some clearing, that sunshine helping to boost temperatures. Certainly below average, but that mugginess at oppressive levels, and we're going to come down a little bit, especially after tomorrow. So we've got this area of low pressure. You can see the counterclockwise churn here to the clouds and radar, lifting northward. So on the back side of this, watching what's happening off to our west as that's going to work in our direction. And as the system slowly moves away tomorrow, our wind becomes more northerly. So temperatures tomorrow a little bit cooler than today. Upper 60s, northwest, northeast Connecticut, low 70s elsewhere inland, between 70 and 75 with that offshore wind flow along the Connecticut shoreline. So again, counterclockwise flow as this area of low pressure moves away. That's why the wind will be out of the north tomorrow, and note how slowly it exits. So that's why it will take some time for the showers to wind down. But what we're expecting tomorrow, not to the magnitude or coverage that we experienced today. And then as that low moves farther offshore on Friday, we should see a partly to mostly sunny sky. But do note these little specks of green popping up. Enough lingering instability with the daytime heating that a shower or two certainly could pop up. But behind that system as it exits, we are expecting to remain in the muggy category, but not to the oppressive levels that we are experiencing today. And then we briefly spike Sunday into Monday. That corresponds with our next chance for some wet weather. So Friday, some isolated showers. We'll say partly to mostly sunny, back in the mid-80s on Saturday. The first weekend of August not looking bad. Increasing cloudiness on Sunday. We're thinking rain later in the day, say toward and after sunset. Some of those showers could linger into early Monday. And then behind that front that moves through, the humidity levels drop a bit, but the temperatures are going to remain seasonably warm, mid to upper 80s Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. Shoreline highs this weekend, lower 80s for both days.